Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and welcome back to my kitchen. So you know what that means? No, I'm not dyeing my hair, it's fine. No, instead, we're gonna do some baking. I used to do it all the time on my other Instagram, and everyone really liked the live stream baking, so I thought, why not just do baking on YouTube? So we'll just jump right on into it. So we're making biscuits today because it's easy. I feel so good doing this. I've already prepared all the ingredients. So you will need, I can't see, everything's zoomed in on my iPad. Vanilla essence. I call it vanilla extract. You'll need 200 grams of butter, 200 grams of sugar, 1 beaten egg, and 400 grams of flour. That's plain flour. You'll also need a sieve, a rolling pin, and a bowl. I feel like the sieve, the rolling pin, and the bowl is pretty self-explanatory, but you know. So to start, you get your sugar and you just go boom. Then you want all your butter. I forgot to leave it out overnight, so it's been microwaved. So, because it needs to be room temperature, or in my case, like what? No. So it needs to be room temperature, or if it's not room temperature, you need to put it in the microwave for. Nigella Lawson, I love that when she's like, "Oh, we'll put it in the microwave." And then you just cream it. Cream. So you kind of like push the butter into the sugar. Like so. The eye contact though while I'm doing it. So yeah, you just want to, you can use an electric whisk, but I don't have one, so I just use the back of a spoon and like push it into it. Keep going until all the sugar and the butter is combined. It doesn't take long, so even if you don't have an electric whisk, if you put it in the microwave, then it literally takes less than 2 minutes, and you have buttercream, which is beautiful. Now, from here, I forgot to get the salt. You add just like a pinch of salt. Salt Bay. I've just made a mess in my kitchen. And then this beautiful thing, I add 2 cups. I don't know how much that actually is, but I add 2 cups, and that's how strong I like it. But some people add 1, some people add none. The recipe I use never even said to put vanilla extract in, but I love this, so I always put 2 in. Fill the cap, pour it in. Oh god, it smells so good. It smells so good. But yeah, so you don't actually need to add it if you don't want it in, but I always add it in. And then I just mix it into the butter. And that is how you cream butter, or make buttercream. I'm gonna put it lower down, so my head's gonna be cut off, but then you can see what's happening in the bowl a bit better for this next bit. So now that you have your buttercream all creamed, and it should look something like this, you're gonna wanna start making your dough. So to do that, you want your sieve, your flour, and your egg. I'm trying to get it all in, but so you just want to add like a little bit of egg, and then sieve in some flour,
So I normally put like 5 or 6 big spoons in. And then sieve it, get all them lumps out. And then you want to like what you did with the buttercream and like fold it and squish it, because you want to make it into a dough ball rather than like batter it into it rather than like mix it. Because that's how dough forms. So yeah, I find it easier putting it on its side like that and then pushing it in. And then it's looking pretty wet. You can hear it as well. After that, I put more flour in. And also get it everywhere. I shouldn't have worn black today to do this because I'm literally getting it all over me. But yeah, and then you want to fold it in. Lose half of it on yourself. How do I manage this?
Okay, I'm back. I don't understand how I do this. Like, I've gotten it everywhere.
At the moment, it's looking a little bit crumbly because there's not enough liquid in it. So when it gets to that state and you've pushed it all together, because it's not binding, you want to add your binding agent, which is your egg. So just pour the rest of the egg in and then add some flour into it. Now that it's getting towards the end, I just take the whole like weighing, measuring thing rather than spoons because it's easier. Oh God, there we go. So Cecil, would you be quiet, mate? Oh my God. So Cecil lives in our kitchen because it's like the biggest room that doesn't have carpet in. So he just quite happily lives in the corner. It's kind of wanting to form together now. And when it gets to that point, you then want to just get your hands in. I have already washed my hands. So please wash your hands if you're doing this. You just kind of want to like scoop and like mush together. And then it'll start sticking to you. And when it starts sticking to you, that's when you want to put more flour into that section. Like so. And then you want to fold it over and squish. So I'm like squish and then pick up and fold in. And then squish and then fold and then squish. Squish, then fold and squish. And that's how I do it. Squishing and folding. And then add the last bit of flour in. Make a mess of all your surfaces. So you just want to get it as bound as much as possible in the bowl. Got it pretty much bound and it's just little bits left. You do that, you tip it all out and you go to town on it. So you just kind of want to make sure that all the little crummy bits are in and all the flour is like, so you don't want it to look like that because all the flour's not mixed in. So you want to keep going until you can't see any of that white bit on it. And like all the little bits are added into it. It is a arm workout. But eventually it starts coming together. Once you've got it all mixed in, you want to form a puck or a ball or any shape you want. Then you want to get some cling film because you've got to let it rest. Probs don't need this much, but whatever. When you sort of manage to fold it in half accidentally, you just want to put it on and just wrap it up. Oh, I've done that well, haven't I? What have I... Honest to God. I do this all the time. Every single time I bake. So you want to make sure that it's all covered and tightly wrapped. And once you've done, it will look like this. Then this goes into the fridge for 1 hour before you start rolling it. Make sure it doesn't go on the bottom shelf. Don't put it on the bottom shelf because that's like your raw. It has been an hour and a bit because I needed to put my washing out. Adult things also need to happen between YouTube, unfortunately. But it has been an hour. I have already buttered the trays, as you can hopefully see, because you've got to butter them because I don't have greaseproof paper. I just get the stick of butter that's left over from the 200 and just kind of go all over the tray. But with that being said, I need to turn the oven on because you've got to preheat the oven to 190. But as an adult, I just put everything to 200 and hope for the best. So that's what we're doing. 200, hoping for the best. We then need to get, I didn't prepare this bit, need to get the flour for sprinkling on the surface. So I'm gonna put it like that and hope that it doesn't fall. I have already once again washed my hands before handling this because that is important. Hygiene. My rabbit's just eating hay at the moment. So we have our dough and we have our rolling pin. First, we flour the surface. So just take a bit of flour. Is a sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, I am doing this on my hob because this is the only space that I have big enough to actually do biscuits. And then you do a bit on the rolling pin and then you smush that. We have now dusted our surface area. I got these things from Tesco, and the you can do it like that way or that way. I find that way easier because they seem sharper on that side. And then I just dip this in the flour, and then that's all ready for when we eat it. Whilst the oven is heating up, this is when you roll this out. I swear to God, if I drop it now, I'm gonna cry. But we haven't. So I split it into two, just because it makes it easier to handle. And then I push it into the flour. I just have to be careful. You can just like it, but I've got to be careful because I've got it on my electric hob. And then you just, this is the first time I've used a rolling pin because in the 2 years that I've been living on my own, I just used energy drinks and like cans of pop instead of actually buying a rolling pin. And then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy a rolling pin for once. You want it, the guide says 3mm, but I don't know what that is. So just roll it to your desired thickness, which I'm gonna say is about that. And then you just put them on the tray. And you do this until all of the dough has run out. I eat. But you've got to be careful because it's got raw flour in it and raw egg. And they're not good for you. Now you put them in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. I do 12, then check on it every minute if it's not already done. You want them like golden brown all the way around. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We have 30 big ones and 12 little ones because that's all I could fit on my trays. And then this is what you have. Then you just stick them in the oven. You tell that bitch, Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes, starting now.
And then we wait again. But whilst we wait, we clean up. Like Big Cook, Little Cook told us. To be fair, this time we haven't got much to like... Would you be quiet? We haven't got much to clean because it's just literally the surface. But yeah, make sure you clean all your stuff. That's good. Hello again. I ended up putting mine in for about 16 minutes because I put them in for 12 and then they still weren't done. So I put them in for another 2 and I still wasn't happy with how they were looking. So I put them in for another 2 and now I am happy with how they're looking. I don't have cooling racks. So what I do is I get like tea trays and just put tissue paper, kitchen roll on them and then put the biscuits on them. I've got the hiccups, so forgive me. Oh wow, it is very hard. This is what they look like, very golden. They smell amazing. And then the second batch. Always use oven gloves as well because we don't want anyone burning themselves. I then get a spatula and just getting the first one off is always dead difficult because you don't want the first one to break. As they cool, they become more solid. Cecil, would you please be quiet, mate? But once you get the first 2 off, then it's pretty plain sailing after that, and then you can get the rest off. And then this is where you find out that you haven't properly greased the tray and that they're gonna get stuck. So I found that if it's round the edges and towards the back, they'll brown quicker. So some of them will be like really brown, some of them will be not so brown. The small ones are pretty cute when you just want like a quick little nibble on them. They have all been put on the tray. Look at how good they look. Like, honestly, they also smell so good. And yeah, that is baking done. Just let them cool and then you can eat them. I mean, to be fair, you could eat them now, but I'd just be careful because they will just come out. I'm very happy with how they turned out. They smell amazing. I can't wait. Now you know how to make very simple, quick biscuits. I say quick, even though they did rest for an hour, but you know, it's quick enough. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and ring the notification bell. So, you know, I'm posting every like Tuesday, Friday at the moment. So be prepared for that and keep a lookout. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.